Book Magic India, Private Limited.
Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well in your home. Myself Soni Sati, your mentor, and today in this video we will start our first chapter, and the chapter name is large number. Large number. In the previous classes and in the previous chapters we learnt about the numbers which are up to 100, up to 1000 and up to 10,000. So in this video, in this chapter, we will learn the numbers beyond 10,000. So let's start it with me. Now, beginning with the conversation, as we all know, chapter starting with conversation. So this is our first class of class 4th. So here is the conversation between teacher and students in a class. Student said, "Good morning, ma'am." Teacher replied, "Good morning children. Welcome to the new class." आपका अपनी नई क्लास में स्वागत है. Student replied, "Thank you ma'am." Then teacher said, "This is the first period of maths class." ये आपकी maths class का सबसे first period है. So we will recapitulate the chapter you have done in class 3rd. तो हम इसमें chapter 3rd का एक बार recapitulate कर लेते हैं जो भी हमने classes में पढ़ा था. So, student replied, "Okay ma'am, the first chapter we did in class 3rd was numbers up to 10,000. So, student ने बताया कि मैम हमने अपनी क्लास 3rd में जो चैप्टर पढ़े थे उनमें से सबसे पहला चैप्टर था हमारा नंबर्स अप टू 10,000. हमने 10,000 तक के नंबरों को पढ़ा था अपनी क्लास 3rd में. So, teacher replied, "I know, so we will learn numbers beyond 10,000. हाँ मैं जानती हूँ, इसलिए अब हम 10,000 से beyond numbers को पढ़ेंगे. So student replied, "Okay ma'am, yes ma'am." Now moving to the next page, that is, here is the map of Chetna's house with some places. So understanding the data and solving this question. Look at this picture. This is Chetna's house. इस picture को देखिए, यह चेतना का घर है. Find the place that is closest and the farthest from Chetna's house. ऐसा place जानिए जो कि चेतना के घर से farthest और nearest है. Also write the distance from Chetna's house in numbers and numbers name. In previous classes we know how to write a number and their number name. So we will write here. See, first is closest distance, place, number and number name. So firstly we will see the closest distance. Closest means सबसे पास. So firstly we will look at the picture. So the closest distance from Chetna house is the place of playground, that is of 800 meter. So we will write here playground. And the number is 800. 800 meter, that's why I am writing here 800. I am not writing here unit because here it is written that you have to write only number. Now number name of 800, that is 800. In a similar manner, farthest distance, that is school. That is school. So farthest distance, that is school. And school is at 2000 meter, that is 2 kilometer also. We will learn about this in our next classes. Now 2000. Okay, so teacher said, "Before we start, do this recap exercise." Done ma'am. So here is the recap exercise for you all to recap and re-memorize the things we learned in our earlier classes. Write the following numerals in words. Here we have to write the numerals in words. That means number name of the numerals. So here is 8,286. So I will write here 8,800 86. Okay, in a similar manner, rest of the parts you have to do yourself. So now question number 2, that is write the following number names in numerals. Here are we are provided with the number names, so we have to write their number numeral. So here it is written 8106. So I will write the number 8106. In a similar manner, rest of the parts you have to do yourself. Now we have question number 3. Fill in the blanks with the sign greater than, lesser than or equal to sign. So we are provided with two numbers and we have to compare them. So first is 8852 and second is 5685. We all know 8852 is greater than this number because it is in 5000. So we will put the greater than sign in between them. Now question number 4. Write the short form of the following numbers. Here we have to write the short form of the number. It is in the expanded form. To write the number from expanded form to a normal number, a short number, we use to sum them. So let's sum them. 9000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 2 is 9522. In a similar manner, rest of the part you have to do yourself. Now we have question number 5. Write the expanded form of the following numbers. So we have to change these numbers into expanded form. One I am doing for you. 4000 plus 700 plus 90 plus 9. Now we have rewrite the following numbers in ascending order. Here we have to write the numbers in ascending order. We all know ascending order is the order of number which starts with the smallest and ends with the greatest. Now here we have the smallest number, that is 3472. 3472. After that we have 4983. 4983. After that we have 6826. 6826. After that we have 8450. 8450. And at the last, the greater one, we have 9604. Now we have the question number 7. Rewrite the following numbers in descending order. Here we have to write the numbers in a descending order. Descending order is the order of number in which we start writing with the greatest number, larger number and ends with the smallest number. So firstly we will write the 7461, which is greater number in them. Now we will move to the smaller one. Then we have 4521. After that we have 3194. At the last we have 3-digit number, that is 320. Now we have the topic, another interesting topic of this chapter, that is numbers beyond 9999. We learned about the numbers up to 10,000. This is a 4 times 9, which is our greatest 4-digit number. Okay. Hello Kajal. Yes ma'am. Do you know the smallest 4-digit number which is one more than 999? काजल, क्या तुम मुझे बता सकती हो कि स्मॉलेस्ट 4-digit नंबर कौन सा है जो कि 999 में जस्ट एक ऐड कर या फिर उसके एक आगे आता है? सो काजल रिप्लाई, 1000 मैम. It is the successor of the greatest 3-digit number, that is 999. 999 plus 1 is 1000. So teacher said, very good. And what is the greatest 4-digit number? So Kajal replied, it is 9999. Now we have, in the same way, we obtain the smallest 5-digit number, that is 9999 plus 1, that is 10,000. टीचर ने बताया कि इसी तरीके से हम स्मॉलेस्ट 5-digit नंबर भी ढूंढ सकते हैं. Just the successor of 9999. So we will add 9999 plus 1 and we get 10,000. Yes ma'am, thus 10,000 is the smallest 5-digit number. So teacher replied, very good. Remember, in the place value chart, fifth place from right is called the 10,000 place. So मैम ने बताया कि याद रखना आपका जो फिफ्थ प्लेस है आपके प्लेस वैल्यू में, जो फिफ्थ पार्ट होगा वो आपका होगा 10,000 प्लेस. 10,000 place. Okay, it is also written as TTH. Okay, so student replied, ma'am, all the numbers from 10,000 to 99,999 are five digit numbers, right ma'am? So teacher said, absolutely Kajal, you are right. तो काजल ने पूछा कि मैम आप ये बताइए कि जो नंबर 10,000 से स्टार्ट है और 99,999 तक है वो 5 डिजिट नंबर हुए ना मैम? सो मैम ने कहा, एब्सोल्युटली काजल, यू आर राइट. Now we can also obtain the smallest 6-digit number by adding 1 to the greatest 5-digit number in the same way. So here आपको बताया जा रहा है कि 99,999 में जब हम 1 ऐड करते so हमें smallest 6-digit number मिल जाता है. Okay, when we are adding 99,999 with 1, we are getting a smallest 6-digit number which is read as 1 lakh. This is also read as 1 lakh. Okay, so in place value chart the sixth place from the right is called the lakh. Now बताया जा रहा है प्लेस वैल्यू चार्ट पे जो सिक्स नंबर का प्लेस होगा वो होगा lakh का. मीन्स 10,000 के बाद we have another place that is lakh. Okay, so teacher replied, yes Chetna, and if we keep counting in this manner we will get 9,99,999. तो टीचर ने बताया कि हाँ काजल, अगर हम ऐसे ही काउंटिंग करते रहेंगे सो वी विल गेट 9,99,999 विच इज़ द ग्रेटेस्ट 6 डिजिट नंबर, जो कि एक ग्रेटेस्ट 6 डिजिट नंबर है. थस ऑल द नंबर्स फ्रॉम 1 lakh to 9,99,999 आर कॉल्ड 6 डिजिट नंबर. सो मैम ने बताया कि इसलिए जो 6 डिजिट नंबर है हमारा 1 लाख एंड 9,99,900 आर 6 डिजिट नंबर. ये सारे हमारे 6 डिजिट नंबर हैं. सो स्टूडेंट रिप्लाई, इफ वी ऐड 1 to 1 lakh we get 1,01,000. सो स्टूडेंट ने बताया कि मैम जब हम 1 लाख में 1 ऐड करते हैं तो 1,01,000 हो जाता है. Now again we add 1 to 1,01,000 we get the next number that is 1,02,000. So जब हम 1,01,000 में 1 ऐड करते हैं तो हम 1,02,000 का पाते हैं जो है हमारा नेक्स्ट नंबर. नाउ काजल रिप्लाइड, एंड इफ वी ऐड 1 to 9,99,999 वी गेट 10 लाख. सो यहाँ पे काजल ने बताया कि इसका मतलब मैम हम जब 1 ऐड करते हैं 9,99,999 में सो हम 10 लाख पाते हैं. 10 लाख हमें मिलता है विच इज़ द स्मॉलेस्ट 7 डिजिट नंबर, राइट मैम, जो कि एक 7 डिजिट नंबर है, स्मॉलेस्ट 7 डिजिट नंबर. सो टीचर रिप्लाइड, येस, एंड दिस इज रीड एज 10 lakhs. इन द प्लेस वैल्यू चार्ट द 7th प्लेस फ्रॉम द राइट इज कॉल्ड द 10 lakh प्लेस. सो यहाँ पे बताया कि हाँ इसी तरीके से हम एक 10 लाख वाला प्लेस वैल्यू भी मिल जाता है हमें. सो हमने अभी तक क्या क्या पढ़ा, वंस, टेंस, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh and 10 lakh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, then 7. Okay, so we learned about these 3 place value. Now ma'am, are we going to learn numeration system? तो स्टूडेंट ने पूछा कि क्या मैम अब हम न्यूमरेशन सिस्टम को लर्न करेंगे. सो टीचर रिप्लाइड, यस चेतना, वी आर. हाँ चेतना, अब हम ऐसे करेंगे. ओके, सो नाउ वी हैव न्यूमरेशन सिस्टम. दिस इज ऑल्सो अनदर अमेजिंग टॉपिक ऑफ दिस चैप्टर. सो what is numeration system? The method of expressing a number in words is called numeration. So जो भी एक मेथड होता है नंबर्स को वर्ड्स की फॉर्म में लिखने का, शो करने का, एक्सप्रेस करने का, उसे हम न्यूमरेशन कहते हैं. देयर आर 2 सिस्टम ऑफ न्यूमरेशन. वी हैव 2 टाइप्स और वी कैन से 2 सिस्टम्स ऑफ न्यूमरेशन. 2 systems, one the Indian system and the international system. Indian system of numeration and international system of numeration. Now the number system that we have learned far in the Indian number system, it is also called the Hindu-Arabic system. Okay, so जो हम अभी तक पढ़ते आए हैं, जो कि इंडियन सिस्टम भी है, उसे हम हिंदू अरेबिक सिस्टम भी कहते हैं. Now Indian systems of numeration. In this system, a number is split into groups or periods. So इस सिस्टम में क्या करते हैं, नंबर होता है हमारे पास, उसके हम कुछ लिमिटेड डिजिट्स को डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ग्रुप्स या फिर उसे हम पीरियड कहते हैं, उनमें बांट देते हैं. सी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द राइट, दीज पीरियड्स आर कॉल्ड वंस, थाउजेंड एंड लैक्स. सो ये पीरियड्स कौन कौन से होते हैं, वंस, थाउजेंड्स एंड लैक. ओके, सो द वंस पीरियड हैज थ्री प्लेस, वंस, टेंस, हंड्रेड. सो इसमें वंस पीरियड होता है. सी here are the periods lakh, thousand, ones, 1000 lakhs. So जो वन पीरियड होता है उसमें हमारे पास वन होता है, टेंस होता है और हंड्रेड्स होता है. आफ्टर दैट थाउजेंड एंड लाख पीरियड्स हैव टू प्लेसेस ईच, थाउजेंड, 10,000, लाख एंड 10 लाख. सो जो हमारे थाउजेंड और लाख होते हैं उसमें टू हमारे प्लेस होते हैं, जैसे एक थाउजेंड एंड द 10,000. इन अ सिमिलर वे इन अ लाख एंड 10 लाख. Now let's make it more clear with our examples. First example, arrange the digit of each of the following numerals in the Indian place value chart. So first is 46,218. So let's write it in the Indian system. Okay, Indian place value. Starting from the right side, we make entries in the place value chart as shown below. 1,000 lakh. So the first is 46,280. In a similar manner, we have two more numbers. Okay, so how do we write it? Ones, tens, hundreds. So this will go to the ones group. 8, 1 and 2. That is ones, tens and hundred. See, this 8 is written as ones place. 1 is written on the tens place. 2 is written on the hundred place. This makes ones group. Okay, ones period. Now we have another group, that is thousand. After these three we have 46, 4 and 6. So this number will end in the thousand group only. So I will write 6 on the thousand and 4 on the 10,000. That means 46,218. In a similar manner we have B, that is 5,81,433. So moving and writing these numbers, 3 on the ones place, that is 3. 3 is written on the tens place. After that 4 will written on the hundreds place. After that we have another group, that is 1,081. So we will write here 1 and 8. 1 at the thousand place, 8 at the 10,000 place. Now we have 5. We will write 5 at the lakh place. Now we have 96,72,938. Such a big number. Okay, so we will write it. Firstly, we will break them into three groups. The first 3, that is 1, then second 2 are the thousands, and the rest of 2 are the lakhs. Okay, so I will write here the 8 on the ones, 3 on the tens, 9 on the hundreds, 2 on the thousands, 7 on the 10,000s. Okay, and 6 on the lakhs and 9 at the 10 lakhs. Okay, so now we have international system of numeration. In earlier topic we learned about the system of numeration, Indian system of numeration, that is also known as Hindu-Arabic system of numeration. So now we will learn about international systems of numeration. Okay, it is little bit different from our system, from our Indian system. Okay, so periods, there are 3 periods. Okay, that is a ones, thousands and millions. Ones, thousand and millions. Ones include 3, thousand include 3 and million include 3. So let's make it more clear with our concept. In this system, the periods are divided into ones, thousand and millions. Okay, the ones period has 3 places, ones, tens and hundreds, and the thousand periods has 3 places, 1,000, 10,000 and 100,000. Say 100,000, which also means 1 lakh, but in our Indian system. Okay, similarly the million period has 3 parts: million, 10 million and 100 million. Okay. Now we have 1 lakh as 100,000. See here it is written 1 lakh is 100,000 and 10 lakh makes 1 million. Okay. So writing and reading numerals. So now we will learn about the writing and reading of our numbers. Okay, writing a numeral. How we write a numeral? Children, while writing a numeral, we separate the periods by using commas. So when we have to write a numeral, we will use comma to separate these digits, their places. Okay, but now we will change it to the periods. Okay, so we will use comma to separate the digits in their bases of their periods. Okay, but in modern notation we leave a short space between the periods instead of using a comma. So जितना हम मॉडर्न होते जा रहे हैं उतना हम कॉमा को भी इग्नोर करते हैं. सो अब हम जब नंबर लिखेंगे तो हम उसके बीच में थोड़ा सा स्पेस दे देंगे इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग अ कॉमा. बट इन अर्लियर टाइम्स वी यूज टू मेक अ कॉमा. ओके. Example number 2, write each of the following numbers by separating the periods. So इसमें क्या करना है आपको नंबर लिखना है उनके पीरियड को सेपरेट करते करते. Okay, so here is written 66,280. Okay, so separating the periods of 1,000 and lakhs from the right, we may write it as shown. So जैसे हमें नंबर मिला है तो हम उसे कैसे लिख सकते हैं? अगर हम स्पेस लीव करें so लास्ट के 3 which makes 1's period and this 1000's period. Okay, so it has only 2 periods, so we will write here 3 and then 2. This is by using comma it will look like this 66,218. This comma and this space makes easier to read them. Okay, now we have another number that is 4,75,429. so without comma or leaving the space we have the number like this. If we use comma in them it will look like this. And how do we represent it? Like this. Firstly the period of ones, after that the period of thousands. Okay, now we have 96,83,950. If we use leaving space it will look like this. If we are using commas then it will look like this 96,83,915. and if we are writing it in a number in a place value chart it will look like this. These are the period of ones, these are the period of thousand, and these are the period of lakh. Okay, so now we have reading a numeral. How do we read a numeral? Okay, while reading a numeral all the digits in the same period are read together and the name of the period except the ones is read together. Write the number name each of the following. Here we are saying that हम जब भी किसी नंबर को रीड करते हैं हम क्या क्या चीज़ का ध्यान रखते हैं. See, हमें सारे के सारे डिजिट सेम पीरियड में जो होती हैं उन्हें एक साथ बोलना चाहिए. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई हैव 46,000 सो दिस इज इन द 1000 पीरियड. ओके, सो आई विल रीड इट लाइक दिस 46,000. ओके, so write the number name of each of the following. For example, we have 28,158. So we will firstly see this leaving space. Okay, leaving space. So if we are leaving the space, we will read it like 28,158. Okay, 158. For example, this is 28,158. Now we have 4,58,129. So basically, how do we read the numeral? We used to read the numeral by their period. Okay, if they are in the lakh period, that is 1000 period, so we will read it like lakh, starting with the lakh, and we will use the both digits together. For example, it's 4 lakh or 46 lakh, so I will use 46 lakh. Okay, in a similar manner in the 1000 period also. So here is the question: 9,23,624. 624. I will read them together. Okay, so 624. So see here, 9,23,624. So this 3 number, that is period of ones. We will read it by using the and in between them. For example, 28,158. After that, 4,58,129. Now we have 9,23,624. Okay, so here is the remember points. Plural for the period is not written. For example, 78,000 is written as 78,000. So if we are reading the number with their period, we will not use plural form. Why? Because this is our rule that we have to follow, that we cannot read them like thousands, like 78,000. No, it will be like 78,000, because we are reading it with the basis of our periods. Okay, so 1,000, 78,000. Okay, so second point says the word and is not used anywhere. For example, reading 6,429 as 6,429 is wrong. Hence and should not be used. So here आपको बताया जा रहा है कि and हर जगह पे यूज़ नहीं होता है. So अभी तो मैंने बताया यूज़ करना है, पर अब नहीं करना है. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे बताया गया है, यहाँ पे 4 डिजिट नंबर है, that is 6,429. It will be read as 6,429 only. This will not include and. See here, 6,429 is wrong. Hence and should not be used here. Okay, so in a similar manner you have to know that where we are using and where we are not. Now teacher said, I hope everything is clear to you. See these examples now. Okay, so let's solve these examples. Arrange the digits of each of the following numbers according to the international place value chart. Remember students, here we have international place value chart. Okay, so this will include millions. Okay, now we have the digit 1 to A, B and C. See, here is the chart. Okay, so we know that international system also includes 3 period or 3 groups, that is ones, thousand and millions. Here is not lakh but millions. Okay, and each of them have 3 digits, 3 places. Okay, so how we will write them? See here, it is 5,58,268. So let's write it in our international form. Okay, so firstly we will break it into the periods. These 3 are the ones period, these 3 are the thousand period, and the rest of the number which are not written here will be on the millions place. Okay, millions period. So let's write them in their places. 8 will be on the ones place, 6 unto tens and 100. Now we have 558, that's 558. We will write here 1000. 100,000 has 5, then 10,000 has 5, then 1000 has 8. Now we have million and we will write here nothing because the numbers end here. Okay. In a similar manner, the part B, part C you can do yourself. Okay. Now we have rewrite the following numbers with proper commas using the international place value chart. See, I say that we use comma to separate the digits on behalf of their periods or groups. Okay, so here we have to do the same. See, here it is the number 5,38,253. So we have to put the comma, but using the international place value chart. Okay, not Indian system, not Hindu Arabic system. So we know we will break into 3. So this number will become 53,000. Sorry, it's 5,38,253. Okay, so we will use comma like this. See. Okay, so here's example number C, that is 92,84,051. Here is 92 lakh. I am reading it in a Indian system. Okay, so here we have to use the comma international system. So see here, we will break it into the 3 periods. So first 1 period, so I am putting comma here. Then 1000 period, leaving the 3 and putting the comma, and the rest of 3. Okay. Now we have example number 6. Write the number names of the following numerals According to the international system, here we have to write the number name of these numerals in the behalf of international system. Okay, so we will write here. Firstly, I am making lines to show them that they are in their periods. Okay, so here is the number. How we will write here? See, this is the number. Okay, so this is one period and this one is another period and the rest of this is another period. Okay, so we will write it here like 1,400,000. This is million. Okay, million, 10 million and so on. So 1,471,678. Okay, in a similar manner we will write this number as 7,453,000, 453,000, 453,210, 210. It is little bit different but not the difficult. Okay, now the third number is 8,28,593. Okay, so in a similar manner you have to do the practice of these questions by which you will get expert in this field. Okay, now teacher is saying, do you have any doubt children? Student reply, no ma'am. क्या आपको कोई doubt है इस questions में? So student reply, no ma'am. So teacher said, good, now do this practice exercise. So this practice exercise you have to do with me. Okay, so question number 1, fill in the blanks with correct numeral. One has been done for you. So here we have to fill the blanks. Okay, first is done for you, that is 5,287. Okay, so we are just breaking the numbers, 5,288 tens and 7 ones. Okay, in a similar manner we have this number, so 10,000, so we have 10,000, 6,200, 0 tens and 4 ones. Okay, so in a similar manner you have to do the rest of the parts yourself. Now we have question number 2, write the following numbers in words as per the Indian place value system. Okay, Indian place value system, which means it will include lakhs. Okay, here it is 64,525. So we will write here 64,525. 525. Now we have next question. Write the following numbers in figures. In figure means in numerals. In numerals means in a digit form. Okay, digital form. Now first part is 5,34,305. I will tell you that how do you people can write this number. So firstly, to write the number by reading their number name is to read them and write them properly togetherly. See, 5,34,000, 5,34,000 and 305. So 305. See, we have to do nothing but just write the number. Okay, in a similar manner you have to do the rest of the parts by yourself and make sure you read and write them together. Okay, it will make more clear to you. Now question number 4, write the following numbers in words in your notebook as per the international place value system. Here is the question you have to do in your notebook. See, here you have to write the numbers in words but in the international place value chart system. So I can put here commas for you. You can write the name by yourself in your notebook. Okay, now we have another topic, that is face value and place value. We learned face value and place value topic very time in our previous classes. Okay, so here we have to do them again but with the bigger number. Okay, Kajal, Chetna, Saurabh, Gitika and Rajiv come forward and make a queue while holding these number cards. So teacher is saying कि आप सभी बच्चों के नाम लेकर बुलाए कि आप सभी आगे आइए, इन कार्डबोर्ड को पकड़े जिन पे हमने नंबर लिखा है. Okay, so here is Kajal, Chetna, Saurabh, Gitika and Rajiv. Okay, so now teacher is saying, now look at them. We know the value of the digit they hold, so the face value of the digit is the value of the digit itself. ओके, सो यहाँ पे टीचर बता रही है कि यहाँ पे जो ईच नंबर जो कि बच्चे पकड़ के बैठे हैं, खड़े हैं, वो उनकी फेस वैल्यू क्या है? द डिजिट इटसेल्फ. ओके, सो द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ एनी डिजिट इज द डिजिट इटसेल्फ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फेस वैल्यू ऑफ 5 is 5. Face value of 500 is 5. Okay, so here it is 6259. The face value of 9 is 9. Okay, the face value of 5 is 5, the face value of 2 is 2, the face value of 6 is 6, and the face value of 8 is 8. Okay, the place value of a digit in a numeral is the product of the digit and the value of its place. Mathematically, we can represent it as, so the place value of any number, any digit in a number is nothing but the product of the number of the face value or and the its a place value. Okay, for example, I have written here 549. So what will be the place value of 5? Here we can see that this has place value of 5, and we will product it with the, and we will multiply it with its value. It is on the 100 place. Okay, ones, tens and hundreds. So I will multiply it by 100. So it will be 500. Okay. Now in a similar manner you have to understand it. Okay, so the place value of a digit is face value of a digit multiplied by value of the place value it occupies. Now example number 7, find the place value of a digit, each of the digit in 85,341. Here we have to find the each and every place value. Okay, each and every digit's place value. We may arrange the digits of the given numeral in such a place value in the place value chart as shown below. So for example, here is the place value chart. We can see here is the number we have written. Now we have the place value. 1 is at the place of 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Now 4 is at the tens place. So 4 into 10 is 40. Now 3 is at the 100 place. So 3 into 100 is 300. Now we have 5000. So 5 into 1000 is 5000. Now we have 8, and 8 into 1000. 8 into 10,000 is 80,000. Okay, so here we have multiplied all the digits one by one with their respective place value. This is nothing but the expanded form or place value. Now we will learn about expanded form and standard form. Standard form is also known as short form. Okay, so children, do you know how to write a number in expanded form? Student replied, yes ma'am. बच्चों क्या आपको पता है एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म में कैसे लिखते हैं नंबर को? सो स्टूडेंट ने बताया, यस मैम हमें पता है. ओके, सो टीचर सेड, गीतिका कैन यू एक्सप्लेन? गीतिका क्या आप बता सकती हो? सो गीतिका ने बताया, एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म मीन्स राइटिंग ए नंबर एज द सम ऑफ द प्लेस वैल्यू ऑफ इट्स डिजिट. एक्सपेंडेड फॉर्म इज नथिंग but the place value of the digit, the sum of the place value of the digit. Okay, हमने place value निकाला ना, 1000, 10,000, 100, उनके सम को ही हम expanded form कहते हैं. Yes Gitika, you are right. Let us see these examples. Okay, example number 8, write 24,525 in the expanded form. So we have to do nothing but the making of their place value and doing the sum of them. Okay, so see here, 5 ones, this is 2 tens, this is 500, this is 4,000, this is 2 10,000, that is 20,000. Okay, now place value will be 20,000, 4,000, then 500, then 20, then 5. But we will write it like the sum place value of the digit. For example, 20,000, then 4,000, then 500, then 20, then 5. This is nothing but the expanded form of this particular number. Thus, the expanded form of this number is this. Now the standard form of the above number is 24,525. यहाँ पे आपको बताया जा रहा है कि standard form क्या होता है? The number itself. Short form of the number is number itself. Okay. Here this number is written. Okay. We will use comma because we know now the concept of comma also. Now question number 9. That is example number 9. Write 9,78,936 in the expanded form. So here we have to write this number in the expanded form. Okay. So this number has 9,710,000, 8,903 tens and 6 ones. Such a big number. Okay. So what we will do here? We will do the place value. We will find the place value and we will sum them. Okay. So the place value of 9 lakh is 9 and then 50. Okay, now 7 10,000 has 70,000. Then 8,000 is 8 and 000. 900 has 9 and 20. 3 tens is 3 and 0. And 1 has only 1. Okay, so sum of them is nothing but expanded form of this number. Now in a similar manner, example number 10 is here. Write the following in short or standard form. Okay, short form or standard form is nothing but the number itself. Or if we want to find the short form of or standard form of a particular expanded form, we have to just sum them. Okay, we have to add them. For example, here we have 70,000 plus 3,000 plus 500 plus 4. So here we have to just nothing. We have to do just nothing but the calculation, the addition of them these. Now we will get 73,504. This is nothing but the standard or short form of this number. Now here is the remember point. The number itself is the standard form or short form. As I said earlier that the number is in its short form or standard form. Okay, so you have to just make sure the number itself is in standard or short form. Okay. Now we have the topic of successor and predecessor. Okay. So conversation between teacher and students. Teacher said, Chetna, do you know what is the successor of a number? So Chetna replied, yes ma'am, the successor of a number is one more than that number. Okay, so यहाँ पे मैम ने पूछा कि चेतना क्या तुम्हें पता है सक्सेसर क्या है, क्या होता है? So चेतना ने बताया हाँ मैम मुझे पता है, successor of any number is nothing but one more than that number. एक नंबर आगे, okay, एक नंबर forward. Now teacher said yes, that is successor is equals to number plus 1. For example, the successor of 24,685 is 24,685 plus 1, that is 24,686. Okay, so teacher now said, now Rajiv, can you tell what is the predecessor of a number? Now teacher ने राजीव से क्वेश्चन अराइज किया कि आपको पता है प्रीडिसेसर क्या होता है किसी भी नंबर का. सो राजीव ने कहा द प्रीडिसेसर ऑफ अ नंबर इज वन लेस देन द नंबर. सो जो प्रीडिसेसर होता है किसी नंबर का वो एक लेस देन नंबर होता है. ओके, मीन्स -1, number -1. So teacher said yes Rajiv, that is predecessor is equals to number -1. For example, the predecessor of 55,185 is 55,185 minus 1, that is 55,184. So here we learned about the concept of successor and predecessor.